So there was a video out, came out this past week, talking about Black America Saved Cadillac. That is the stone cold truth. I can speak on this firsthand. Oh boy. My grandparents on my father's side, oh, the L dog was the lifestyle. Yeah, it was glamorized by white folks. It was seen as the elite, the creme de creme. Nowadays, with Bentleys, Ferraris, Maseratis, Bentleys, Benzes, they got, but the Cadillac, if you were black, you had a Cadillac. Black folks back in the day when I was coming along, Cadillacs were like the holy grail. I mean, you had to have a dog. I mean, you had to have the L dog, Eldorado. Anyway, you had to have the Fleetwood, the Broham. It was the essential. You didn't even have to have a house. If you had a Cadillac, you didn't have to have no money. Just have a Cadillac. I saw it firsthand. You talk about during the 60s, 70s, especially with the pimps players and the superfly mindset. Oh yeah, you had to have that L dog, and it had to be chromed and domed and shined and laid to the side. It's one of the things that so it's tied to like Jim Crowism and the plantation mindset. It's like we gotta be seen as on the same par with white America because that was what it was geared towards. It's funny how when we talk about buying and consumers and how people buy and have things, that was the mindset. Well, if you had a Cadillac, you was in on it. You were somehow the elite. You were somehow special. Cadillac wasn't even the most expensive ride you could have, you know. Because when I was a kid and I had Hot Wheels, I wanted the Benz. I wanted that Rolls Royce. I wanted that fan. I wanted that old school Rolls. That's what I like. I like that, it look like a coffin. Big old loaf of bread look like a coffin. But I wanted that Rolls. I wanted that Packard. I like the big old cars. Cadillac was cool, but the Cadillac was the thing in real time. You know, I grew up in Buffalo, New York. When I was growing up as a kid, it seemed like everybody I knew and all my father's play brothers, which were like uncles, everybody had a dog. Everybody had an L dog. And if you looked at someone black funny if they didn't have a Cadillac. I mean, I'm not lying. So much growing up with it, it was like almost expected. But it was part of the mental stereotyping that was thrown that somehow you belong to this special club, that you was part of this special kick that because you had this. And that had been psychologically, systematically ingrained. Yeah, black folks saved Cadillac hugely. There's no dispute. But it didn't make you any more valuable to becoming part of this world and the club. How did I really understand the Cadillac thing? Because my grandparents used to get a Cadillac every year. They did like lease. And there was an Italian dealership. This ain't no stereotype. This is a fact. How I became acquainted with so many Italian artists, for instance, listen to Henry Mancini and Tony Bennett, Sinatra, and I can go on and on. Dean Martin, a lot of the songs, a lot of the music, because they used to give complimentary 8-track, put the music in the box, and they put music in the car as part of it. I didn't know they were running as a family. Didn't think about all that until years later. Teeny Cadillac out of in Western New York, in case you want to know, teeny. And that was quite a trip, but that was part of being the elite. You wanted to have that Cadillac. You wanted to have the Barrettes. I can name all of them, because Lord knows, uh, between my grandparents and my father, they had all the types you could imagine. And it was like a lot of a lot of black neighborhoods, people growing up. So I could say that for sure. 60s, 70s, and early 80s, oh yeah, was L Dog Central. Now, to me, the Seville looked kind of corny after the mid 80s. And of course, with the wagon and stuff, it don't hit like it once did. But back in the day, the Broham, the Isaac Hayes with the bar and all that and the whole thing, because I seen Isaac Hayes' L Dog, that green one that was at the Stax Ruckus Museum in Memphis. If you ever get a chance, you got to see that thing. Went to my uncle back in '08. You guys to see that thing. That thing is stacked. that was fly. That's how it was. Or just kind of like the Broham ride that was in the Mac that Max Julian was driving in Oaktown, you know. But those whips were the truth back in the day, looking like double-decker cream cookies. Everybody did everything for the Cadillac back then. You had Cadillac, you didn't make no difference. You had no money in your bank account. You know, Cadillacs was the thing to have back in the day, you know. But it's a bittersweet situation of how symbolism and materialism that they make it for some people to say that, hey, you made it because you have this, that you now equal part in the white world. And they saved a whole car company, black folks did, made it fashionable and what have you. But still haven't gotten a real good footing, equal footing in America. Make it go make sense. Because the economic dollars say black folks spend more money in all the economics. But what does it mean in the totality? That is the reality. Please hit like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for nothing. Share it if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.